Is this the Don Flick that was a city cop? Yes. Oh, good. This is Ben Vonderheid from Daddy Justice. How you doing? Not too shabby. How about your own self? You saw me on there? I never saw you on the street. I don't think we had any. You retired. How long you been retired? Oh, okay. You were out of there since '68. You know the system. Well, it's a good thing you got the hell out of it then, huh? Not much. Listen, I'm trying to. I'm digging into this homicide, Jeffrey Wallace, and I understand that your daughter Lori was involved with him, and I'm trying to get a hold of her and find out anything she might know about what occurred around that time. And I also wanted to talk to you and see what you might know as a cop. I figured you probably were. Tell me straight up. That was good conversation. I like Don Flick. He's going to call Lori, who's in Arizona, in a facility, and suggested she call me, that I have some things to share with her. Don did say he was one of the first people contacted. He was at a Hershey Bears game or something when he was contacted. They were trying to find Lori directly after the murder. He said there were other things which occurred around that time which caused suspicion to Lori. He said he was suspicious right off the bat because of some of these people, and he said what was amazing is, bam, just like that, it was shut down. Bam. His quote, bam, just like that, it was shut down. No investigation after that point until I reinitiated it. He said that Lori was in town. She reviewed the site. She's very concerned about what might have happened to Jeffrey, what she claims. Quite frankly, even Don said if she comes up as having something to do with this, it's the way it is. Don Flick.
Hey guy, how you doing?
Hey Don, what's happening, man? Did you? Good. He personally does not think that this was an accidental death. And he thinks Lori might call me. She might talk to me. Hey Ken, I just can't listen anymore to that. I had to get off the phone. I mean, it's too ridiculous. I've seen you guys. You do what you want to do when you want to do it, and it's too much. You're jamming it down my throat, but I ain't buying it, Ken. You guys investigate what you want when you want. Here's a factoid that I'm telling you for your information so you cannot deny you have it. There is a retired cop by the name of Flick. His daughter, Lori Flick, was dating the victim one week and was the next week purportedly seen in bed with Planky. Now, what I'm telling you, which is very frustrating for me to have to tell you, is that there's a homicide which may have occurred, and there's a crime which occurred in your town, and if you would decide that you want to really care about the crime that occurred, you might go talk to that retired cop and find out what's going on, instead of hiding behind jurisdiction and procedure to not do your jobs and to continue to allow this to not be investigated. I've made it clear to you that no one is actively investigating this except me. You guys want to dump the responsibility? That's fine, but don't try to give me that horseradish of all the different reasons you can. I've seen you guys prosecute me for things that are completely absurd, and you guys take the law and you do what you want. Now I'm telling you about a homicide that may have occurred in your jurisdiction. But you're saying now you don't think the homicide is potentially viable. You don't think there's a cover-up? Okay. So they just didn't thoroughly investigate, or there was nothing to investigate? And so you now think he accidentally drowned? Okay. But the other day you said you felt it was very suspicious how the investigation had stopped. Don! Ben, Daddy Justice.
Yeah.
What's happening, man? You got a minute?
Yeah, good.
When can we talk? When can I talk to you?
No, I'm not interested.
Not interested.
I I'm interested. Don't have anything to say.
Well, all roads lead to you at this point, Don.
If you're taping me, you know you're in violation of federal wiretap.
Am I?
Yes.
How do you figure?
You're not allowed to tape and sound me.
Hey, Don, you're a cop. Your daughter's involved with this. There's a death. That's our boy Don Flick. I can tell you now, you won't get the full grips of this, and you probably might not even believe me, but I can tell you that just this week, I was prosecuted by the Lancaster County District Attorney's Office for summary trespass. And this was a 2-year case they put together. It was a 44-page investigative report. They put 3 lawyers, a detective on it, and they prosecuted me for filming, trying to protect my son. A month ago, they prosecuted me for 2 charges: disorderly conduct and harassment. Again, this was a 1.5-year investigation, a 40-page police report. The captain of detectives handled it, and the DA's office prosecuted it. This is a case where I was filming people who have been convicted of lying about me and trying to throw me in jail. And they came at me and grabbed me, and I showed the film in court. And I got convicted of those charges. And they took my driver's license on a bureaucratic error. And even though it's been corrected, they still have 2 suspensions on me that I'm getting corrected. So, you know, I know you don't probably think that there is a harassment issue, and you probably think I'm paranoid, but I can tell you that my filming and exposing the city police and the district attorney's office. Now, I will say this, that Don Totaro, the previous DA, gave me 6 expungements for these false charges. And he had refused to provide a DA to prosecute these other charges, but now the new guy came in, and so he's going to make a point of getting Van Vonderheid off the streets and stopping my filming.
Prosecute someone when you know there's no crime.
Audio tape my voice.
But why would you try to prosecute someone?
You do not have my permission to audio tape my voice.
So this is an issue, and I've told him that it's amazing to me, Ron, that I have information on homicides, tortures, and murders, and they have more interest in prosecuting me for a summary trespass charge. I mean, I was in court all day Monday with a lawyer, and that's where the DA's office was at. That's what they were pursuing. That's what they're spending their time on. So that's my question to you, was what can you do for them? I am a bit nervous about delving into this because I know the drug task force is completely unpredictable, unregulated, and can set anybody up anytime they want, any way they want. So that is disconcerting. On the other hand, I know I've gotten this information one piece at a time, dribbled to me over the last 1.5 or 2 years. There must be a reason. And there is a family involved with this guy too, and the family of the next person that will be murdered by somebody in drug task force. These guys should not be allowed to run the drug business and commit murder and mayhem and claim to be stopping the drug flow. They're increasing it. They make sure that they're part of it. They control it. And where are we as a society if you let the police murder people, use their agents, their operatives, and give them license to kill? It's not what we want, is it? If you're going to apply the drugs laws as a way to extort the worst of the criminals to carry their enterprise on your behalf, I don't know about that. I'm telling you that our investigation thus far is not conclusive, but it indicates that it's possible that one of your operatives is involved in a homicide and that your offices are potentially interfering with the solving of that crime.